Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're listening to. Welcome to A Celtic State of Mind on the matchday coverage for Celtic versus Ross County. Final game before the World Cup break. Frustrating first half here. Celtic 0, Ross County 0 at half time. What did you make of the first half there, Lawrence?
Talked about two things before the game, didn't we? About the refs and about the need for a striker. Big chances fell to Kyogo, and I've got to say he's finishing like a winger. And I don't know, the goalkeeper puts the ball down, releases it, picks it up again. I'd be fairly confident indirect free kick, tap back, good chance of a goal for Celtic, but bizarrely the ref decides to award a free kick. Just really strange. Ross County players fall over. It's a free kick. It's just but bizarre decision making by the referee, sometimes in contravention of the rules. But
I think that's one we now refer to as a Porteous, when players like Ryan Porteous, Nicky Devlin, Iakoviti, whoever these defenders are that fall over. I believe it was supported on national radio by ex-referee Charlie Richmond recently, who said on Off the Ball that he loves it when a defender goes over and he can get an easy call and give a free kick. And that seems to be happening pretty consistently. With regards to the one you're talking about with the goalkeeper putting the ball down and picking it back up, in our group chat, I did post the IFAB. I'm currently going through a refereeing course myself in training, and was well aware of that rule before when the incident happened. So I posted it in our group chat. And yes, if the goalkeeper releases possession of the ball by putting it on the ground and then touches it again with his hands, then that is an indirect free kick to the attacking team. So who knows what David Munro was thinking when he gave a free kick to Ross County for that incident.
I know what he's thinking. I could answer that straight away. Goal scoring opportunity for Celtic or free kick to Ross County. I think that was simply his thinking.
He's the best comment of the lot. My cat knows that rule. David Ferguson. that sums it all up. But yeah, for me, like what you guys are saying, indirect free kick, 100%. It's just, does the referee understand that there's 60,000 people in the stadium actually watching what they're doing who know the rule, plus the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who will watch this game during the week, whatever, around the world watching? Because this is some amateur stuff. This is disgusting. You'd get better refereeing performances in the local league over here in the under 8s. It's just disgusting.
Listen, I've no doubt the referee knows that rule. You know, he's had to pass tests to become a referee. He'll no doubt he knows the rule. He's just refusing to apply it. Absolutely ridiculous.
Lawrence, the training I'm doing is for stage 4 referees, which is the lowest possible qualification for a referee, as in it's for refereeing 12-year-olds. And that is one of the questions in the assessment, is what if a goalkeeper does that? Like, there's like maybe 40 questions, and one of them is what happens when a goalkeeper does that? It's not like a niche rule. It's one of the absolutely lowest of the low questions when a referee has to do when he's qualifying to be a referee. And you're expecting our professional referees who are getting paid like £1,000 a game to understand that rule, and they cannot call it right.
Listen, I'm saying I have no doubt that they understand the rule and they know what the call should have been. He's just decided to make a different call. I think it's as simple as that. And, you know, for the defenders falling over, absolutely ridiculous. You know, it's that last one, the Hanks of Anna, but it's nothing more than cheating from the ref. You know, he knows the rules and he refuses to apply them.
It's not just that, though. Like, you look in the comments section, it's blowing up about the 90 seconds for stoppage time as well that was given. Yet you had the head knock. There was about a minute and a half, 90 seconds there. Plus there was the treatment time for the guy who went down when he was booked later on. Yep. And there was also the time treatment with Jens and the sub. So it's got to be at least 3 minutes.
So also in the 24th minute, we've got the referee warning, giving a warning about time wasting. So, on top of what you've mentioned already. But to be fair, right, for all of the time wasting and things that the referee should be adding on, we also have to take some personal responsibility as Celtic for what are we doing and how many chances have we created. I get we're frustrated that we've not created too many clear-cut chances, but what have we actually had? In my notes, I've got one that Kyogo header onto the roof, and only onto the roof of the net. Sorry, and apart from that, we've got the kind of Kyogo chance on 23 minutes in the counter attack where he is 1-on-1 and puts it wide of the target. I mean, apart from that, what have we really created?
Kyogo's got to hit a target there, and I think it's a consequence that before he came to us, he was a winger. And it's what we'll talk about before the game. Where would you spend your money? And I said, you know what, on a starting striker that would be, at least hit the target from there. Kyogo again, he taken a touch when he didn't have time to take a touch in the box. The ball's caught back to him, and it was Bernabe. And he takes a touch, the defender comes in and takes it. So you're looking and going, you've got to hit that first time. You can't take a touch. I mean, taking a touch, he knocked it, about 18 inches, 2 foot away from him. No, he's got to do better.
The other thing as well is Kyogo also had a flick on header that went into the top of the net, didn't miss by much as well. So realistically, he's had 3 chances. He's missed them all there, or they haven't gone his way. And then what I'm seeing up front is it's reminding me a little of the way the wingers just keep switching every 5 minutes. It's reminding me of the old Neil Lennon tactic, if it's not working, switch your wingers. Like, I understand Giakoumakis is on the bench. I think he's probably someone that needs to come in. We've got Haksabanovic. I'd rather him stay on the left, which means probably Maeda needs to come off and we put a Barter on the right. Or Jota on the right. They're your options. That's what I think needs to happen. But yeah, I think we're not getting enough up front.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ross Count's been aided and abetted by the ref. Look at when O'Reilly came in and took the ball.
Yeah.
And it looks as if he's going through to Kyogo when he plays what was it, 10, 11 minutes in, and the ref sees a free kick that's just not there. It's just a free kick. He's just taking the ball off, and the boy's been careless, he's been sleeping. O'Reilly takes the ball. Free kick. It's just crazy decision making there today. But Bernabe's had a decent game, especially going forward. He's looked lively.
How many do you have, Sean?
Not many, to be honest. It was under 5. But you're right. O'Reilly, Bernabe did have that great drive and run where he created just purely on the back of that. He did actually create a good chance. He has had a good game. I know I did bag him before the game, but he has actually had a good game. And I agree with what Lauren said about that foul. That was absolute nonsense against O'Reilly. It was 6 minutes in where he wins it cleanly, puts a through ball, and David Munro, who has a surname which Walter Smith might enjoy, decided that it was a foul. Trying not to get too worked up here about any.
Here's one for you then, Sean.
Unconscious bias.
Kieran in the comments has gone, I'm not keen on these new rules today.
Hey, listen, that's what it looks like, doesn't it? Fall over, get a free kick. Celtic, if I could have a goal scoring chance, I'll change my decision. It's because the ref hadn't blown for a free kick. He was letting him play goal. He's not going to claim he was playing advantage, is he now? With the keeper, that's just got to be cheating. Nobody knows the rules.
That goalkeeping one is absolutely egregious. That I literally cannot believe how he's called that. That is every game now. We're getting one where we have to go to the SFA and say you've got the rules wrong. Like, as a football club, we're having to go to the people who are supposed to be officiating the rules and say you've got this wrong, and why? What's going on here? How are we the arbiters of the game? How are we the arbiters of the rules? This does not make any sense. I, Lawrence, Jared, sitting here can interpret and explain the rules, and the referee, who has years of experience and is supposed to be qualified in these things, and me, who has done 45 minutes of a training course on IFAB, knows better than that clown on the pitch who's getting paid £1,000 to do that game. Can somebody please explain that to me?
Listen, it's not that you know the rules better. He knows the rules better than you. To get to this level of refereeing, there's no doubt he's competent in knowing the rules. It's the application of them. He refuses to apply them. It's not that he doesn't know the rules. He knows the rules. I think that's beyond doubt that he knows them. And it's just refusing to apply them. So, you know, and you're saying Celtic's having to go every game. Nicholson needs to be at some point going, look, we're going to need foreign refs in here. You can't have refs that know the rules and refuse to apply them. Here's example after example. You know, and I'm sure if they call the ref in, he's not going to say, no, I didn't know that rule, because obviously you've got my exam marks to get here. I know the rules, I just didn't apply it. It's ridiculous. Outside that, I'm not going to be able to make a ref sub at half time. We maybe need to freshen something up.
That's it. Send Nicholson up to go chap on the door at the SFA headquarters and just be like, you know, looking like some big mafioso sort. Yep, has to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
And in the heavies. Had enough.
Here's a question for you. Does that Jens, Moritz Jens sub count as a standard sub, or does it count as a concussion sub? Do we still have 5 substitutions available?
I'm going to say they're going to count it as a standard, just because it was a wee while after the incident.
Yeah, it's standard. Because it didn't happen straight away after the collision.
Well, it kind of looked like, and as a person that's a fan of the NFL, that very much looked like a concussion symptom to me. So, and again, from someone who watches every Celtic game, I don't believe we've had a concussion sub to this point from when the rule was introduced about a year ago. So it would surprise me. It's quite a statistical anomaly.
What do you think Mr. Monroe will call it?
Does he get a chance to call it? I believe it's supposed to be called by the medical staff.
Do you think they'll call it? Do you think he would accept it as a concussion sub then? So you just take anyone's word that's a concussion sub?
To be honest, if it's the SFA's call, they can just make it up as they go, right? But
I've seen that. But the thing is, if it's a normal sub, it totally limits what Ange likes to do, doesn't it? Only giving us the 4 changes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, the thing is as well, you're allowed to make 3 stops. So you can make 5 subs with 3 stops. So you can still, even if we make another one now, we can still make 3 stops if we really want to, but that's not really the point, is it? You're supposed to have 6 subs with the concussion one on top. And I'd be interested to know if we're getting it or not, to be honest. It's pretty minor compared to the not knowing, the goalkeeper picking the ball back up rule. But it is getting a bit tiresome, to be honest. And I really hope that we go out there and get a goal or 2 or 3 and get the 3 points. And then we don't have to be talking too much about the incompetence of the referees, which we have been talking about consistently after every game, save maybe the Livingston game since VR came in. Has there been a game since VR came in? Other than maybe Livingston, where we've not been decrying officials?
Yeah, I think so we're 3 weeks in, aren't we?
5 games in. This is the 5th game domestically.
Yeah. 3 weeks into VAR. Yeah, there's only been 3 handball incidents not looking at. No. And I don't think it's VAR. It's the officials. Sorry. Last time I believe the camera wasn't working. It's just fantasy stuff. But as I said, we're not going to be able to change the ref at half time. I'd be looking at bringing on Jota and Giakoumakis half time.
Like I said on our pod, Sean, it's the referees didn't want VAR in the first place, so they're deliberately making an absolute botch job of it so that, you know, we get rid of it in Scotland. That's my take. But looks like the game's back on, so we'll get on with it. See us all after the game. Let's hope we can get a couple of goals and, you know, be up to 3 points.
Hope so.